Hey, what's up, everyone? I am so excited to get to teach you guys how to animate in SFM again for the second time. So, hello, Life Magician. Hello, Loser Boy. Hey, Kobe. Hey, Heroes versus Villains. It's okay, Ryan, but good to have you here. And hey, Bappers and hey, Rainbow Bright Star and Lala. So it's good to talk to you guys for quite a long time. Now, if you guys remember that in the last live stream I did, I'm just glad I was able to teach you guys how to animate in SFM like yesterday. No, not yesterday. Last week. Become part 1. Hello. And I will say this. It's just since the first live stream turned out as a huge success, I decided I wanted to keep doing this. Oh, hey JJ, and that's cool, Crystal. And so what I'm doing, Kobe, is that I'm going to teach all of you how to animate in SFM. I mean, this is part 2. So for this one, I'm going to teach you all how to do a walk cycle for at least one of the animatronic characters that I've been using. And I'm using Monty again, and as a template for this test. Hey DD10, I'm doing great. So without further ado, let's get started on teaching you guys how to animate in SFM again, but this time for a walk cycle. Now, it's going to get a little complicated, but I think I'm ready to teach you guys to do this. I mean, I don't know how long this is going to take, but I just want to do like a simple, like maybe 4-step walk cycle. Well, and then we could probably end it off because, well, to be honest, there's actually something I need to bring up, or actually a couple things I need to bring up. One, before I went to bed, after I got out of bed last night, I feel like I didn't get enough sleep, so I'm gonna try to make this as good as I can, and it may be a little short too. And second, I do have I do have work later today, so let's just hope I can at least finish this before 1 p.m. on my end. So without further ado, let's get started. All right, so let's get to it. So since I have Monty spawned it, oh, okay, JJ. All right. So now the way I'm gonna do this is that let's go to the animation set editor and then do the controls for it. Thanks to Burb. So let's get ready for this. So I think the first thing we're gonna do is to make sure let's move his pelvis down a bit. Actually, no, let's do it over here, 0.4, and then move it down, and then rotate it somewhere, or it doesn't matter which way, but it has to be either this way or this way to let one of the feet go forward. So let's move it at a certain amount of rotation like this. And maybe set it to -10. So now the next thing we're gonna do is move the spine, and to make it be perfectly aligned for when it's facing the front. So let's see if we can get that to work. So it's same amount of seconds, 0.4 seconds. It's each step is gonna be 0.4 seconds, so just keep that in mind. I mean, that's how I usually do it whenever I'm doing my walk cycles for my animations. Thanks, Lala. And thanks, Kobe. So the next thing we're going to do is go to the left foot. Now, since the pelvis was like moving forward to the left, we're going to have to move the left foot forward. And for the right foot, we're going to have to move it like backward. And oh, and one thing I forgot to do while setting it up is that make sure the knee joints are forward, because don't make the right knee be like that. They should both be forward. Because if you don't do that, then when you're making the feet go backward, or at some points, it's going to make the leg look weird. So now that we got the right foot back, now I'm only going to apply this. Now this tutorial is going to be only for models that have a foot roll, because since Monty has like an option where he could do like a foot roll with his foot. I don't even know how to respond to that, to Burb. But anyways, so once the foot's like on the back, we're going to like move it this way. I mean, it may look weird once you apply the foot roll, but one good thing is that you can just adjust the foot up to make it look like it's not glitching through the floor anymore. Yes, Bappers, it is. Yeah, because I've been using SFM or Source Filmmaker to do these animated videos that I've been making. But I also use it for like pictures too. Oh, okay, that's okay, JJ. And thanks to Burb. So I'm just trying to see if I could. No, I'm just trying to make some adjusting into some of the like body controls, just to make sure it's not like too far down. So now we got like the right foot with the foot roll. Next we're gonna do is the hands, like both the arms. So since we wanted to make it like so parallel, well, that means since the left foot is forward, that means we're gonna have to make the left arm go forward too. So basically for the right arm, we need to make it go backward. Or like back, just like the right foot. And thanks, Bappers. And I'm also going to apply the elbow control to go back too, just in case. Because just so that way the arm won't go weird either. And just, I mean, you can do whatever you want into how it'll turn out, but for me, I just try to make it as professional as possible. That is a good question, DD10. I think YouTube is better for streaming because then it saves you like your streams if you ever want to look back at them. And so now for the left arm, like move it forward. So now that we got the arms and legs and pelvis and spine down. Now since Monty has a tail, I usually like to make it like curved whenever it's like doing a step. So basically, if I choose all the tail joints and then move them all facing this way, it'll be like overlapping action. Since if the pelvis is like facing like this way, then that means the tail would have to face like this way. It's like a follow along. Good morning, Henry. So now that we got that down, we should have the first like step fully positioned. Now the thing is, once we play it, there's gonna be something a little weird. Like there's no like actual step. I mean it's kind of doing a step, but the left foot is sliding. So that's something we're gonna have to do next. Is it to apply some overlapping action, Poppy? That's why. So next we're gonna do is to, like, in between the two frames, we're gonna need to, like, move his left foot up and then curve it, or then, like, rotate it down a bit so it can do a good proper step. Well, yes, it may look like that, DeBurb, but I already know how to, I know how to fix that. So the next thing we're gonna do is to make the pelvis, like, rotate this way, so it can, like, get the weight for the other leg. And I always try to rotate it at a certain amount so it won't be, like, too much or too little. Well, kind of, Rainbow, but not entirely. I'm doing great, Henry. So next we're gonna do is move both spines to make it be perfectly aligned again. And so now that we got that down, it should be somewhat like this now. Now, normally whenever I finish a step, I like to, like, go to all the frames of all the bones I've chosen and just select spline tangents, just to make it go smoother. Just so it won't be, like, too rough. So now it's somewhat like this. And I'll do it now. I'll apply this for both feet as well, just in case. And I'm gonna actually make the foot roll, like, start happening from 0.2 to 0.4, or just so it won't, like, do the foot roll, like, too slow. So now that we got that down, so the next thing I'm gonna do is apply the root transform to go forward. So that way we can actually see he's going forward, and not just like walking in place. So next we're gonna do is move the root transform forward just a little bit. Twist trap, but not too much. You were only, like, about 14 minutes late, but it's fine. So now that we got that down, so let's just move just enough where the right foot isn't gliding. All right, so now that we got that down, let's test it out. Yeah, see, now he's doing like so now he's doing, like, the first step as a simple walk for now. And now let's see if now I'm gonna look at the in-between just to make sure it's not gliding. That's one important thing to know, is that make sure, like, the foot that's not going forward isn't gliding. Well, yeah, I know that, Crystal. Okay, Zero. Alright, so now that we got at the first step of Monty doing the walk cycle, so now let's do the second step. So it's basically what I did before, but it's just, like, the opposite, like controls and opposite rotations. So basically we're gonna start with the pelvis and make sure it's, like, the opposite rotation as this. So let's add a key and then like make it be this way. So the next thing we're gonna do is probably move the spine. Oh, wait, hang on. Well, yes, that's true, Stardust Sparkle. Hi, Danny. What do you mean, Cameron Denson? So I'm just really trying to like pay close attention to everything. Oh, all right. Oh, now I know this. I know this may seem a lot to understand, guys, but I've handled it for. But I've been doing this for like many years. Like, cause for example, I've been doing animation in SFM for like slightly more than 6.5 years. And for those of you that are new into hearing this, yeah, golf is Monty's favorite like hobby. Cameron Denson. Oh, that's okay, Zero. I understand. So now I'm going to. So now that we got the pelvis and spine down, I'm going to move his tail like to the facing the opposite side. And now I'm going to move the arm facing the other way. I mean, I know I'll get to the. I mean, I know I said I would get to the legs after the. I mean, I would get to the legs usually after that, but I'm gonna do the arms like right now because I feel like it's a little easier than the legs, at least in my opinion. Henry, I'm not going to. I don't like talking about politics. What's my favorite color? Wait, Danny, are you asking me that or someone else? So I'm just trying to I'm just trying to do like the same steps as I told you guys before, but just it's the opposite side. Oh, my favorite color is red, Danny. Yeah, I mean I have 3 top favorite colors. It is red, purple, and blue. Yes, I mean that's interesting, Henry, but I'm not really into politics. That's cool, Dazzle Darling. It's just sorry, Dazzle Darling. I'm just not used to people. I'm just not used to saying like well, I'm just not used to saying people with their first and last name. Oh wait, DD10 just asked an interesting question. What's my favorite area of the Mega Pizzaplex to use when I'm animating in SFM? Oh, that's actually hard to pick, DD10, because there's really like so many choices. Rockstar Row, perhaps? But I also enjoy the atrium too because it's like one of the main parts of the Pizzaplex. So now that we got like the second like step as like a frame done. Oh, that's okay. That's okay, Zero. I mean I totally respect like everyone's color opinions. Oh, that's a even more general question than DD10's question, Danny, but that's a tough one actually because I do like so many choices of different maps I choose. Who's that even besides the Pizzaplex, or any area of the Pizzaplex. But if I had to choose, I sometimes enjoy animating in Pinky Faz Pie's pizza. Hello, FNAF, FFY FNAF. And that's cool, Henry, because I said blue is my third favorite color. Hold on, I'm trying to like make sure I got everything. I mean, I'm trying to teach you guys is how to animate an SFM while talking, and sometimes it can be a little hard to do that, but I'm trying the best I can. So now we just hold on. So yep. Yeah, maybe you should fix your handle username 0 so that way it can actually say your name, your new name right. But yeah, so now that we got, so basically what I was saying, since I got like the right or the second step as a frame done, yeah, SFM can be pretty tricky, but once you get the gist of everything, it is somewhat easy. But yeah, but I promise you it's not when you first do this. Oh, that's interesting to know, Henry. Now, guys, I'm using the bracket keys to go frame by frame and very quickly. In case you guys want to know that. So let's just see how. Okay, so we got that down, and now the last thing we'll do for this step is the root transform to make it go forward like last time. Since this is the second step, it's going to be a little more forward. Since it didn't start off with since this like second step started with this instead of this, so it's going to be a little more forward than before. Oh, well, that, Josh, is a good question. I would have to say whenever I'm making them do whenever I'm doing battle scenes. Oh, well, DeBurb, that's a good question too. Glamrock Mingle was actually created with Glamrock Foxy after Glamrock Freddy, but before Glamrock Bonnie and Glamrock Chica. And same with Monty and Roxy. Oh, that's cool that you use Blender DD10. Well, it's okay, Crystal. I mean, you know what they say, the more you practice, the better you get, and practice makes perfect. I mean, I've learned that the hard way. Hey, at some point when during my earlier years using SFM. But one thing I'm glad about is that I never gave up on it. And that's what really matters. Chaos Jenny, how about Evil Pomni? Well, I'm not sure about that, Danny. And plus, I didn't even use characters of the Amazing Digital Circus yet. That, Ryan, I would prefer either the classic model era or the CGI era, but definitely not the all engines go thing, because that stuff is too weird. Mala, that's a good question, but I'm not sure if I have their old suits as models anymore. Well, sure, Ryan, but I'm just trying to go by its proper name, but I can see your point. It's just absolutely weird. Anyways, so I'm just gonna. So I'm still trying to make sure the foot's not gliding. Well, that could be cool, Poppy, but I don't know how that would turn out for like a teaching session. Because thinking about it can be very long to like animate as even just for teaching. But so let's see how this like two-step cycle has turned out. Oh, yes, I heard about that, Danny. I saw that update about it yesterday. Okay, so let's make sure that the foot is working well. Oh, I need to, like, play the... Oh, yes! So, guys, you see? So if you go to, like, the... So, guys, you see? I finally did the... Oh, wait, I just realized I almost forgot something. So, when you get to the second step, you need to actually lift the pelvis and, like, apply... Yeah, like the rotation, just like in the first step. I almost forgot about that, but and I'm glad I caught it at a good time. So you got to keep that in mind too. So just like in the first step, it's kind of similar to the first step, but make the pelvis like rotate up the opposite way. Oh, what type of PC do I have, Danny? Windows 11, the newest Windows operating system. No, I do have no, Lala. I do have the new suits of Glamrock Bonnie and Glamrock Foxy. It's just I said the old suits are what I don't have anymore. Okay. So now we got like the pelvis and spine down. So I think we got that down. So now for the other two steps, that part is pretty simple. It's just simply so first you would want to do now is to select all the controls that have of the parts where we did all the work on doing the first two steps. Like for example, the pelvis, both spine parts, both feet, both foot rolls, both hands, and all the tail parts. Well, I'm not sure, Josh, but it just has to be any computer that would have like a high graphics card. It's that way it'll work out the best you can without having to worry about any crashing. So now let's select this keyframe and then copy and paste it to this to make it for the third step. So there we go. So now that we got that down, we just need to do the simple like in-betweens because you know that if you don't do the in-betweens, then there's going to be some stuff that's going to make it look weird. But I know how to deal with it. So let's start with the pelvis, just so I won't have to forget it again. Do I have a favorite muscle car? I don't think so, Bappers, because I don't really pay too much attention to different types of cars. So my answer is no. Oh, okay. That's okay, Lala. Oh, that's cool, Henry. So now I'm just applying the in-betweens to everything that we did. Now I don't need to worry about doing the tail and the arms for this one, because since the keyframe for the third step for them is already there, I don't need to worry about doing in-betweens for those. But I'm gonna apply the spline tangent just to make it be smoother, just in case. Oh, that's a... Well, I think I already asked that question. Or actually, no, I didn't. You actually asked what was my hardest part of... What's the hardest part of making these kinds of animations? But what's my favorite part? That's a tough one, because... Well, that's a tough one, because there are a lot of interesting moments I enjoy doing while animating. Hello, Dom. That's okay, Lala. Ooh, that's an excellent question, Harrison. To be honest, I don't know which like particular story I enjoyed making the most, but I'll just say they were all really good to make. I'm just glad I've been improving my animation skills over the years. As you guys probably saw, how improved my animation is to my recent videos compared to my very first videos I published on my channel. If you guys if you've watched my channel for a while, then you probably know what I'm talking about. Oh, that's hard to pick, Henry. There are really so many videos that I've made in the past. Oh, who exactly made the regular Jenny and Chaos Jenny models? Well, they're both the base models for them are both Jenny. But I'm not sure. I wasn't really paying attention to that DD10, but I think it was like Benno something. I can't remember the name. But one of them was Sunstriker, I believe. What was the hardest story I've ever made out of all the stories I made so far? Oh, thanks, Crystal. That's the name I'm looking for. Benno 950. Thank you. So, the hardest story I ever made out of all the stories I made so far, I would have to say either Glitch Trap's Revenge or the Battle of the Pizzaplex, especially involving like the fighting scenes. Oh, that's an obvious question, and Danny, because my personal favorite, it's like my top two favorites are Jenny and Monty, as you know from my profile of my channel. Well, yeah, SFM can work on a lot of different characters. Thanks, Josh. Oh yeah, Zero, and what are they? Let me know in the chat. So now I'm just applying the root transform for the third step. Oh, I just spotted a new message that popped up. I'll look in the chat in a second. When I asked, how did you make it? Oh, that's a tough one to explain, Rainbow Bright Star. Or so I'm not entirely sure. Well, I'm not sure how to like explain that, because it took me quite a while to like get everything down, so it's kind of a little hard to explain that question. Well, it's okay, Henry, but that's okay, Henry, but I'm just trying to like keep myself cool. Well, and just have like a balance of like different activities that I've been doing. Like like guys, in case if you want to know what I've been recently doing, I've been recently making pictures just to keep myself productive from time to time. And if you guys saw my recent community post, I said to you guys that I was on vacation for 4 days, and I actually got to watch episodes 6 through 9 of The Amazing Digital Circus. Yes, and I thought those were interesting in their own ways. Yeah, well, I mean that's an interesting choice, Zero, but a glitch trap it has caused a lot of interest. Has caused a lot of crazy things. I see. Let's hope so, Rainbow Bright Star. Well, thanks, Zero, for thinking it was a great story. So, okay, so now that we got that down, let's test out the walk to make sure it's like all good. Okay, so it's just the right foot I need to, like, yep, that's what I thought. Now, I'm just only trying to make sure it's not, like, gliding, like I've been trying to do. Or like I've been trying to not make that happen. But hey guys, since I'm teaching you guys how to animate an SFM again and talk with you guys at the same time, how does it feel to let me do all this for you? Or does it feel to see me do all this for you? Let me know in the chat. Thanks, Ryan. So now the last thing we'll do for this whole thing is that it's actually pretty easy. It's just for the last 2 steps, all I just need to do is simply like copy and paste these 4 keys and then make it repeat itself for the next 2 steps. Well, okay. Thanks, Lizard Boy, and okay, Rainbow Bright Star. Oh, well, that makes sense, Henry. But thanks. Well, thanks, Crystal. I mean, I'm trying the best I can to explain everything, but it's a little hard to do that while trying to chat with you guys at the same time. Yeah, that's true, Josh. That could be really cool. Well, that for those people that are new to understand these. Oh, nice. I just heard a little ring. Oh, okay. That's cool, Harrison. I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, well, thanks, Zero. And yeah, sure, it was creepy when Chaos Jenny was able to mind control 3 of the Ponatronics, and it was crazy when that happened, especially with their red glowing eyes and sharp teeth. I mean, normally when they show the red eyes and sharp teeth, that means they're like insanely furious. But of them like showing like the glowing red eyes, that was even worse, meaning that they turned completely evil. But I'm glad that since Chaos Jenny got defeated, the mind control madness wore off. Okay, so now that we got the 5 steps down, I think that should probably be it. Now I know I'm actually gonna make this short because I feel like I want to like get enough time to relax before I would have to get ready for work. But but there's actually one more thing I'd like to say before we can end it off. But I mean, I'm glad I got to teach you guys how to animate in SFM for the second time, only this time for a walk cycle. So I just want to look one last time because one good thing about like in different like cameras, you can like switch to the real camera or the work camera, so you can like see the animation in different angles. Well, yes. That's true, Crystal. I remember that from both my first and seventh movies. Okay, now that we got the whole walk cycle done, I think maybe we can end the stream. But now, Rainbow Brightstar, if you're hearing this, I don't think I'll be able to answer your tough question because that seems like a lot to explain for this stream. Even plus, that seems a little bit too early to answer. Yeah, thanks, Josh. But it was nice getting to talk with you guys for this stream. But hopefully I'll try to find a good, like, day that could be perfect for how to animate an SFM Part 3. No. I don't think the Glamrox can get black eyes. Is Poppy. But guys, I hope you enjoyed watching me teach you all how to animate an SFM for the second time today. So guys, I hope you have a good rest of your day today, and please give this live stream a thumbs up if you liked it. Please subscribe to my main animated YouTube channel. It really helps me out. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye, everyone!